Welcome to this video. Today, you're going to learn the top 10 summer idioms and have fun adding them to your vocabulary. Of course, I'm Jennifer from jforrestenglish.com, and this channel is dedicated to helping you feel confident speaking English in public so you can take your career and your life to the next level. Now, before we go any further, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. Now, let's dive in with this video. Let's review the top 10 summer idioms. Number 1, head in the clouds. This expression means that either you're not paying attention or that you're lost in thought. So you're thinking about thoughts, but the thing is, they're unrealistic thoughts, okay? So it can have those two separate meanings, not paying attention or unrealistic thoughts. So for example, let's say your friend tells you, I want to quit my job and travel the world. Now, if you think this is just an unrealistic thought and your friend has all these images in their mind of traveling and having fun, but they're not realistic, then you can say, get your head out of the clouds. Number 2, chasing rainbows. This means that you're trying to achieve something that isn't achievable or isn't realistic. Because you can imagine an image of someone trying to actually chase a rainbow. But obviously a rainbow is just a projection of light, so you're never going to get it, right? So it's like saying it's not realistic to chase a rainbow. So that's what we would use to describe somebody's dream. So because of that is very much related to the idiom I just taught you. So the same example, your friend says, I want to quit my job and travel the world. And you can reply back and say, you're chasing rainbows. Number 3, come rain or shine. This is a great one. It simply means that you're going to do something despite the circumstances. So it doesn't matter how bad the weather is, how much traffic there is, how expensive it is, how difficult it is. You're still going to do whatever activity it is. So you could say, I'll go to that party come rain or shine. Number 4, soak up the sun. This is a great expression because it's an activity and it's what everybody does in summer. They go outside and they soak up the sun, which simply means to enjoy yourself outside. You can imagine it in a very leisurely way, but it can also be more active, like you could be playing volleyball or playing a sport, but at the same time, you're enjoying the sun. So since this is an activity, you could say to your friends, let's go to the beach this weekend and soak up the sun. Number 5, social butterfly. A social butterfly is someone who really enjoys conversations, talking to people, and socializing. They get a lot of pleasure out of it. So at school, for example, it might be considered a bad thing if you're a social butterfly and you're always talking to the other classmates when the teacher is trying to teach, for example. But if you're in a more social situation like a party or even like a networking event, it might be a positive thing that you're a social butterfly. Number 6, fair weather friend. A fair weather friend is a friend that's only your friend when everything is going great. When life is good, they're there. They're your friend, okay? So when you want to go out to the movies, go to the mall, go out to eat, they're there as your friend. But then when something negative happens, like you lose your job and you call them for support, or you need them to help you move or something like that, and they're not there anymore. They disappear, right? They're only there in the good. They're not there in the bad. That's considered a fair weather friend. So for example, you could say, last year I lost my job, because that's a negative situation. Last year I lost my job and I found out that I have a lot of fair weather friends, which means that a lot of your friends weren't there to support you during that difficult time because they're fair weather. Number 7, to have a green thumb. This is a great expression. It simply means someone is really good at gardening. Okay, so caring for plants, whether they're flower plants or vegetables, it doesn't matter. Trees, bushes, doesn't matter. Any type of plant, but if they're good at it. So it doesn't mean they enjoy it. You can enjoy the activity and be bad at it, meaning that what you plant dies or it doesn't grow very well. So to have a green thumb, it means that your plants, you plant them and they grow. They're strong, they're healthy, they produce lots of flowers or lots of vegetables. That means you have a green thumb. Number 8, it's a scorcher. Scorcher, it's a scorcher. This is a great one. A scorcher is simply a really, really, really hot day. So you might live in a climate that's always hot. So you have to think of a scorcher would be even hotter than hot, okay? It's hotter than what your climate normally is. It's a scorcher. So let's say your climate's normally 30 degrees in summer, but then one day it's 42. You would say, oh wow, it's a scorcher today. Number 9, full of hot air. When someone is full of hot air, it means that they're not saying anything of value, they're talking nonsense, they're not making any sense, and what they say isn't reliable, okay? You would describe someone like that as just full of hot air, so meaningless words. So maybe you could say a lot of people on social media are just full of hot air. They're talking a lot, but there's not a lot of meaning behind it. A lot of it is just nonsense. And number 10, take a rain check. This is a great idiom. You should definitely add this to your vocabulary. We use this for 2 reasons. You use it when you want to kindly say no to a social invitation, but you're saying no and you're leaving it open to be asked again in the future. Now, the other way we use it is when you have to reschedule a social invitation that you've already planned. So let me give you both examples. So 1, you politely say no. So your friend could invite you to a movie and then you could say, oh, I'm busy tonight. Can we take a rain check? So you're declining the invitation right now, but you're suggesting you'll go to a movie at a future date. Now, another example where you have to reschedule. So you call your friend and say, I know we're supposed to go to a movie tonight, but my sister's coming into town. Can we take a rain check? So can we reschedule our plans? All right, so now you have the top 10 idioms in your vocabulary. Why don't you choose your favorite from the list and put it in the comments and then write an example sentence using your favorite. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe. And until next time, happy studying. I think my favorite is number 8. It's a scorcher, because scorcher is kind of a fun word to say, isn't it? Scorcher, scorcher. I like that word. It's a scorcher. What's your favorite? Let us know in the comments and leave your example sentence as well. Bye.